got light work today. You'll like it. You do need your little graphy thing out today. We are writing equations. It's really, as soon as you guys are ready, really light work. Hey, girls, I am actually taping, Sadie, so if we could start, Misha. Thank you so much. So here's what we're doing. There are two ways to do these problems, the easy way and then the mathy way. I'm going to show you both. Some of you are going to start off thinking, I want the easy way. And as we go, you might realize the mathy way is not too bad either. So you will get to pick whatever you want to do. I am lazy, and I find that just drawing this makes it so easy. But I am also going to show you that if you don't want to draw or you don't have a piece of graph paper, you could just do this the really easy way. I mean, the mathy way. So the first thing I'd like you to do, if you could for me, please, we are going to write the equation of this, and we need a couple of things. Here's what we need. Boom, boom, boom. We need to know the center. That's going to go right here, right? And we need to know our jumps, right? And what I mean by jumps, how far is it away from our center, right? That's all we need. And if we can do that, we got this. So do me a favor. Could you please put these dots on your graph for me? It's really easy. This should not be anything that's challenging for you because you've all passed, again, 7th grade. And just put those dots on there. So I got -5 and +5. We're starting off super easy. I got 2 and -2. So I need to know the center. And one way to do it is to eyeball it. The other way to do it is just to think what's right in the middle. And the third way to do it is what I do. I just kind of draw it in and see where it crosses. Right there. Yay. So here's what we're going to start with. Our center is at 0, 0. And you know what that means? That means x squared plus y squared. Didn't even move over. So easy. So easy. Now, the next thing I need to know is how many jumps do I go? And again, if you can count, you can do ellipses, right? So I'm going to start at my center and I'm going to count jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 jumps, but I don't put 5 underneath. What do I put underneath? I put 25, sure. And on the next one, I'm going to count up 1, 2. Oh my gosh, can't get any easier than that. Yay. You just wrote the equation from that. Now, Kels, thanks. Just because I'm taping. So what if I didn't want to do any of this stuff? What if I just literally wanted to not graph it? Here's what I could do. I could literally just figure out what's in the middle there, right? I went 5 one direction, 5 the other direction. That's called the midpoint formula, where you just add those guys up, -5 plus 5, and cut it in half, and add these guys up, 0 plus 0, and cut it in half. And you know what I get? I get 0, 0. And I didn't even have to graph anything. And then you just figure out how many jumps from 0 to 5, 5 jumps. How many jumps from 0 to 2, 2 jumps. So could you do this without a little graph? You can, but you don't have to. So here you go. This one's going to be a little bit trickier because we're not at 0, 0 anymore. So could I do this, the midpoint formula? I could. Would I graph it really quick? Even if I had just a piece of paper, I would just do a little tiny sketch and it'd be super easy for me. I'm visual. That's how I am. So do me a favor, throw this on there and let's get the equation going. I almost fell over right there. Did you see that? I don't know why. Boom. Putting some dots on there. Find out your center. Find out your jumps. It cannot be easier. See, we're ending on good stuff. I'm going to go with no. That's adorable, but that's a shape. I just don't know what that is. You don't know how many kids would like just be like, that's what you gave me, and it's like, but I so didn't. So it's like that's like a potato with a chunk taken out of it. Please make sure you're graphing correctly. -5, 1 is going to be right here, and 1, 1 is going to be over here. -2, 3 is up here, and -2, 1 is down here. Look, he's like a little lemon. So here we go. First thing is, I need to know my center. And how do I get that? I literally just make those two lines cross. I'm just too lazy to do math. I'd rather count. So I know my center right here is at -2, 1. I'm going to write it off to the side because it helps me not mess up. I'm going to say x plus 2, it goes in naughty. And y minus 1, it also goes in naughty. Now all I got to know is how many to count over. Cannot get any easier. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't go in as 3, it goes in as 9. And 1, 2. Doesn't go in as 2, it goes in as 4. Yeah. How did you do? Next one alone, all by your pretty selves. I'm not even going to do it. I just counted over 2 jumps. Yeah, I'm that lazy. I don't even like do the math. So, oh, plus because it goes in opposite. Remember in our parentheses? So it'll be x plus 2. Oh, she just said plus 2 and I thought equals 2. No, it always equals 1. Oh, I'm not sure what you're asking me. Are you asking me the 2 on the top, or are you asking me the numbers on the bottom? Yeah, so watch what we'll do. We'll go write your little lines. So go line plus equals 1. We're going to write the equation. Beautiful. So it'll be x plus 2 because it goes in naughty. There you go. Yeah. We have to go all the way through till we figured it out. We are doing, oh, nice little ellipse happening there. I'm going to put up an answer, see if you got the same what I did. How did you do? Did you get what I got? Are we good? Oh yeah, we're gonna get a little weirder now. Yeah. Okay, so that starts us off nice and easy. I just needed to make sure you understood where we're going. We're gonna get a little weirder. I'm not gonna give you such nice things, right? I'm gonna give you some other weird stuff. So here we go. If you've been like, Miss T, this is baby math. Yay, don't complain. But here we go. Ugh, this one's a little bit weirder. So here's what. I would like you to graph this. Just start off with your vertices. Don't do the foci yet. We'll talk about that in a hot minute. But we're going to just start off with that. So if you could do that for me, let's get going on that. That's going to give us almost everything we need. Almost everything we need. So go ahead, let's start with 0, 6, and -10, 6. So 0 up 6 and -10, 6. There we go. Now that's all I really have that's really helpful. And you're like, Miss T, I need a bunch of stuff. Well, the most important thing we need is the center. And you know what? I got the center there. Just count. Figure out where the middle is, right? So if you wanted to, I know I went from 0 to 10. I went 10 jumps total. So I'm just going to do half that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Light work. Please get out of your heads. It's not that hard. That's going to be my center. So I am pretty far along on this problem. I know that it's going to be at x. Remember, it's the opposite. So x plus 5 squared, and it's going to be y minus 6. Did I lose anybody on how to get that? Right? That's just from the vertex. I also know one other number. I know this guy, don't I? And that's because I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I can just do it in my head and know, oh, I jumped out. I went 10, half of that is 5. That's going to be 25. Now, here's where this gets dicey. You guys ready? So everyone's watching me on this one. I don't know this guy. Let's call him b squared. And you know why I know he's b squared? Because it gave me the vertex. Vertex is my long side. And the long side is always a squared. It's given me that. So we're going to use this guy to help us in just a minute. So could you do me a favor? Could you put him, maybe switch pens with someone else? Could you throw your foci on here? And it's gonna, should be like right around here. Like here's one of them and here's the other one. Is everybody okay with that? So here's what I need to do. This is, I heard James say it. I have a little baby formula. A squared minus B squared equals F squared, right? I know the A squared, boom, it's right there. How do I know it's A squared? Because they gave me the vertex. So I got 25. I know the F squared. Do you know how I know it? Because I can count. So watch what I'm going to get. From my center, 1, 2, 3 jumps. But I don't put in 3. What do I put over here? 9, right? 3 squared. So 9. Guess what? I'm ready to finish this bad boy up. Really easy math. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the B squared over because I'm lazy like that. And then I'm going to move the 9 over. And I am literally done. And I had a lot of kids in A period kept saying, now square root. You can, but look what goes underneath here. B squared. You could just put that 16 and you are done. You've used the foci to help you. Does that make sense? Is everybody okay with that? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, I want you to try one on your own. Here you go. There you go. I don't even have a graph on here. We're trying this one. Sorry that it goes all the way to 12. Someone told me, it'll go down. I think you got enough. If you turn it this way, you can go to 12. See what I did there? Yeah. Because we got to go all the way down to 12.
Why did you make them read from?
I didn't. I'm using someone else's. No, a woman I bought off the internet. Yeah. I bought her pre-calc stuff, and I just modify it. It's the lady who does these ones. But she has a tendency to do weird numbers, and I don't always catch it. Here I go. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fake it because I don't have a nice thing to do it on. So I'm gonna go -9, -2. It's gonna be right there, and then I am gonna go -9. That's -9 all the way down to -12. Right? And that's at -2. So look at this. Here's me. I am this lazy. I don't even have a nice graph, but that's okay because I can kind of figure out what's going to be in the middle here. And here's what. I know that I've got to go from 2 to 12, right? That's 10 jumps total. So I'm going to do 5 jumps. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? You can do it just like that. You can just do it just like that. And I know, so here's what I know my center is going to be. And look at me not even doing it with a fancy graph. You can totally do that. There's my center. I'm going to go ahead. I'm pretty far along here. I'm going to go ahead and say x plus 9 and y plus 7. Okay, be careful on this one. I got jumps, right? I'm going to go 5 jumps, but it goes underneath this guy. How do I know? Because that's my up and down, right? Okay, I'm going to now throw on my little foci. So my foci are at right here. Boom, that's -3. And boom, that's -11. So guess how many jumps it was? 4 little jumps. 4 little jumps. So here comes my equation. A squared minus B squared equals F squared. Plug it in, super, super easy. 25 minus B squared equals 16. 25 minus 16 equals B squared. I got 9? Yes. Oh, good question. If it gives us vertex, that goes with the big number. And in the next problem, we're going to give it co-vertex, and co is like sad. It's like I go with the little side. Are we good? Last one, best one. Here we go. And then I'm shutting up and you get time to do homework in class. Yay. Okay. Little bit trickier, but not really, just a tiny bit. They're giving us the short side. They're giving us, in other words, this is going to be the B guy. How do I know that? Because co-vertex goes with the shorter side. It doesn't matter whether it's X or Y. That's not the issue. It's whether it's going to be the A squared or the B squared. So do me a favor. Could you graph it for me real quick? And then let's do it, yeah? And again, I think you might have to turn your graph, hot dog, to make it fit the 12. Nice and easy here. Oh, those are my foci. I don't want to start there. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. Boom and boom. I'm going to put the foci on in a minute. Yes, and that makes sense, right? Yeah. Because they have to be out. That's so good. So here's what James said. That's okay. We can do it. Because you know why? We just do it with the A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So James said this. He goes, wait, how are those foci way out there? Just know that your A is even going to be bigger than that. So here we go. Let's start this baby out. I love this problem. Center is at 0, 0. X squared plus Y squared. I went out 25 or 5 on each one, yeah? Everyone with me? But I need this guy, and he's going to be a little tricky. So here's what I know. I know that, so remember our formula is A squared minus B squared equals F squared. I know what my B squared is. You know how I know? Because they gave it to me, and they told me co-vertex. It's the little guy. So I am going to put this guy in as my 25 minus, I don't know what that guy is, and my foci all the way down here at 12, 0 to 12. Well, you know what? That's 12 jumps. That's really easy. 12 times 12 is 144, right? I'm almost done. I'm ready to wrap this bad boy up. Plus 25 to both sides. I had someone again in 0 period who said, oh, I know what the square root of that is. And I said, I don't care, because I just put it right here. I don't even have to do any math to it. Yeah, it is square, 13 squared, but it's nice. You're just going to square it again, right? Easy, light work. This isn't bad, yeah? So here's what we're going to do. I am going to check off, again, because I'm warning you, I've been doing this. It's been nice having everyone do their homework. Huh? I did. I said, I'm going to keep doing this. So I'm checking off last night, and I'm going to check off tonight, and you're going to have plenty of time to do tonight. And I am going to give you some advice on tonight's when I pass it out to you. Don't dive into it, because I'm going to maybe give you some advice about changing some problems. ¿Dónde está Fran? Oh, which one? Lit Lang Comp. Okay.